another hotel, another city, another country, dare I say this time, another continent, just going around following India's progress at different World Cups, and it has been no different this time. This is a stage of the tournament where India have always dominated, and this time was no different. Of all the teams to walk in, really, Australia, India, to some extent Afghanistan, but just walking in, that's what India do very well. Now the more dangerous games start, but let's not run ahead of the script. Let's look at what has happened so far. It's been a peculiar World Cup. I sometimes get the feeling, has it really started? Are we really into a World Cup? We're getting scores of 40, 45. We're getting tons of scores under 100. Matches are going towards the end, and those are very interesting matches only because the scores are so small. And a 20 here or a 25 there has been game-changing. It's been a very different kind of World Cup. Has it been a good World Cup or a bad World Cup? I'm not getting there because you can enjoy a 270 game and sometimes you can enjoy a 120, 125 game. Don't ask the batters that though, because the batters are saying, hang on, what happened here? But let's look at India. And those three matches, sadly there was a fourth. I think India would have liked to have played against Canada just to give Virat Kohli some time in the middle, give Kuldeep Yadav a game to see how he goes. But that was not to be. There is no drainage, and sadly there was no game. Pakistan actually felt the hurt the most out of the playing conditions that we had here in Florida. But there we go. India's campaign was defined by that one game against Pakistan, and I thought it was a masterclass in defensive constricting bowling. What India did against Pakistan was like a fisherman. India put the line out and waited for the fish to bite, and Pakistan, well, biting in hordes. I looked at that Pakistan team and I said so many Pakistan teams in the past would have navigated that run chase. But this was timid. I almost got the feeling that they didn't believe. It's a Pakistan team that is at odds with itself. It's a Pakistan team that does not believe. But this blog is about India. What did India do right? I thought India bowled magnificently in that game with Bumrah leading the way. He's such an erudite cricketer. Bumrah is like a modern fast bowler's manual. You want to know what modern fast bowling is about? Here is the story according to Jasprit Bumrah. He was magnificent. How he holds his cool, I don't know. But around him, I thought Siraj bowled well. Arshdeep has been bowling really well. Sometimes you look at the runs that he concedes, but since his debut in T20Is, very, very few people can compare with him as a power play bowler, let alone a death bowler. He's getting that swing going again. That's been a big plus for India, the bowling of Arshdeep, just as it has been the bowling of Hardik Pandya. India needed that fourth seamer. Now just look at what would have happened if you didn't have Hardik Pandya. You would have maybe one of the spinners going out, maybe a Jadeja going out, and Akshar going out. Akshar did so well coming up at batting at number 4. That fourth seamer batting in the top 6 is something we've been talking about for such a long time. And Hardik Pandya quickly realized what the lengths were, taking the pace off, bowling cutters. I think Hardik Pandya's form is another big plus after the form of Arshdeep. What about Rohit Sharma, the captain? You've seen him do it before, by the way, defending small scores in IPL finals. And I think what he did here was just give the bowlers enormous confidence and say, right, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to bowl. This is the field we are setting, but backed his bowlers all the way. It was tremendous captaincy from Rohit Sharma. And the fact that he is just the person he is was a big plus for India. So that much about the bowling. I thought Akshar Patel showed why he's such a good player to have in the team as we move to the Caribbean, where, as we've already seen, there are some tracks where the ball is turning a lot. His style of hitting it into the deck and getting it to turn a little bit would be invaluable. So that was the plus. Surya Kumar Yadav getting runs, I thought was important. Rohit Sharma's 50 against Ireland was important. But from a batting point of view, Rishabh Pant. I have enjoyed watching Rishabh Pant. I mean, for him to go through what he has, just to be present at a World Cup is a victory. But he's someone who will always gamble and back himself. We saw that against Pakistan. He's batting very well. Just let's put that aside. Rishabh Pant at number 3 has been a selectoral plus so far. We'll wait and see what happens thereafter. And the reason I mentioned Pant at 3 has been very good is there's been some talk of whether Rohit and Virat once again are the right opening combination. Dispel that thought. India have decided to play the World Cup like that. That's how it will be. And I won't even be surprised as we go further in the tournament whether we see when we start seeing the old Virat Kohli again. Because if you're playing 130, 140 games, there is no better player than him. And that is something I expect. At the moment, he was still in Virat Kohli last 6-7 games of the IPL mode where he said, right, we've got to maximize the power play. I'm going to maximize the power play. That's a noble thought. But I won't be surprised if we start seeing the old Virat Kohli again as we go along. So there you are, lots and lots of pluses for India. But I think the challenge starts now because this World Cup, unless the tracks change, in Barbados, Antigua, St. Lucia, where India are going to play, is going to be a challenging World Cup for batters, and therefore it's going to be a challenging World Cup for India. But at the moment, they've done absolutely everything right. They've looked a cut above everybody else, and it's been come out in even sharper focus because of the manner in which Pakistan have played. I've always wondered about that being a contest. Every time there's a Pakistan game, we all build it up as one of the great contests in modern sport. It's 15-1, by the way. And I think we need to put that in perspective. Any contest that is 15-1 is not a great contest. So India beating Pakistan, a very, very close game as it was, wasn't really a huge surprise. So there you are. India have Bangladesh, India have Afghanistan, India have Australia. If they go according to form, then India should make the semi-finals, and then we'll see how it goes from there. We're going to be doing a lot of interesting things on this channel, so do like, do subscribe. I look forward to hearing from you.